I think I've always wanted to. And then when I was 21, I helped this one dude out of a burning car, or the car caught fire. What? And then we pulled him out. His name was like Paul Daniel Reed. I used to talk to him like on a day-to-day basis after that. And then I switched my phones, and I don't know what happened to that phone number, but if he's out there, I remember your ass still.
Fight. I guess we'll do a formal introduction. All right, good to have you on the show, Oscar.
What's up?
What up, Oscar?
What's up?
Oh, man. Well, welcome. I guess we're going to jump right into it, right?
Whatever that is, bro.
So first things first, how's life going?
Dude, it's busy.
Yeah.
2 jobs, school, girlfriend. Trying to balance it all.
How is becoming a firefighter?
It's cool. It's long. A lot of the classes are only at night. So there's like 6 to 10 p.m. and then I'm doing like a 1 to 6 p.m. or something. And then I work one job in the morning, school between, and then the other job at night. And then repeat that Monday through Sunday.
Yeah. Fuck. What made you want to be a firefighter?
I think I've always wanted to. And then when I was 21, I helped this one dude out of a burning car, or the car caught fire. What? And then we pulled him out. His name was like Paul Daniel Reed. I used to talk to him like on a day-to-day basis after that. And then I switched my phones, and I don't know what happened to that phone number, but if he's out there, I remember your ass still. He had like a seizure, and he drove into like a garden nursery. What is it called? Nursery, right? One of those.
Like the farming.
Yeah, off of the 90 going. Is that that freeway? No, 91. Mm-hmm. Whatever goes to Marina Del Rey. That one.
No,
that's the 90.
Oh, the 90.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had like a seizure on the wheel, and he drove in, foot on the pedal, and then the car just kept revving the whole time, and it eventually caught fire, and like everyone was just standing around. I'm like, bro, like, what are y'all doing?
Wait,
like,
I don't know. What are you doing at the time?
Yeah. So it's crazy, right? So I always think like, what the fuck? Life happens like for reasons. Like there's reasons behind like all the madness, right? Mm-hmm. So that day I actually didn't do my homework on time. So after class I did my homework and then turned it in later when normally I would have already been like home or something. Then I'm driving by, and like to go home to catch that freeway, and I just see like this dude like run a red light, so I honk at him, naturally, because we pissed off LA drivers.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And then I look at him, dude's just like passed out. So like bust a U, and then I pull in, and he's just like lodged like a bunch of rocks and plants and shit. And
damn.
So I busted the back window on the passenger side, but the second row. We unlocked it, pulled him out, and then I met him up at the hospital after, because I like stuck my keys and like his wallet or something in my pocket, because like dude was heavy. He was like 200, 220.
Oh shit.
And shit, I was $140 or something like that at the time. But yeah, man, met him up at the hospital. Met his wife. She hugged me. That shit was like super surreal. Like meeting someone that you're like, damn, like, she was like, man, like, he might have been like burned or something if like you didn't like decide to act.
Fuck, man.
But you a better man than me, bro. I would have been like, shit,
like,
crazy.
Like,
someone better call 911.
Driving, bro.
Yeah,
that's
man.
crazy. Well, like, so is it like it's just gut instinct? Like, I should just turn around and check on this guy.
Hero.
Yeah, I don't even like.
Since it kicked in, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, like
hell no.
I don't even remember like making decisions. It was kind of just like you just do it. Like,
it was
like the only decision that I remember making was whether or not I was gonna bust a U-turn to like go check it out or not. And then after that, it was just like.
And it's just you. There's like no one else around.
Nah, so everyone else was like, "Oh, you shouldn't do that, like liability and all that." I'm like, "Bro, like, dude's about to like
die.
burn."
Yeah, this car could blow up.
And then he sent me a picture of the car after, and it was just like charred. Like insurance was like, it's not even worth it.
Fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. You're meant to be a firefighter.
Then that was finally like the damn like I think like everyone when they're a kid they're like, oh, I want to be an astronaut and firefighter or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like in high school, I remember telling a teacher, shout out to you, like I still hate you, because I told her like, oh, I want to be a firefighter, and she was like, that's stupid, like that's like a little kid dream. And I'm like, damn, bro, like you supposed to like helped me become a better person in life. Like out of all the things I could have chosen, like you really think that this is the worst decision I could make, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think like I always want to make the world a better place than when I entered it, you know? So
What a profession.
yeah, man.
So this is when you were 21?
Yeah, I was like 21, 22, something like that.
How old are you now?
24.
Oh, for sure. Wow.
But I didn't do nothing with it after. It was just like,
Nah, bro, you live with that shit on your conscience, bro.
Yeah, so then-
you live with that shit, bro.
That's
You
an
saved-
experience, bro.
Yeah, man.
He'll probably remember you for the rest of his life too.
I know,
Yeah,
like, this
man.
guy saved my life.
I wish I
Yeah.
like still had his number just because he was addicted to pills. I found out from his wife because then I got his wife's number too. And she was like, oh, he still talks about you, whatever. Like, hit him up, like, see if you can get him some help. And he was like addicted to pills or something, which was the reason he had a seizure, like while driving.
Fuck.
Yeah, but then I lost contact and I like never found his number ever again.
Just look him up on Facebook.
Yeah, bro, Paul Daniels, something like that.
Would you say that like firefighting would be like your purpose in life?
Yeah, I feel like I've always had this. I think it's just the way my parents are. I've never seen them like deny someone help when they could give it.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether that be like donation or like my dad especially like would donate like a lot of his time. And like when you're little, you're like, nah, people need like money or something. Like what does time like give anybody? But then you realize like, bro, time's all we got that we can never get back, man. Like
For sure.
That's facts.
I could give you $5 and I'll remake that like
In an
I don't know,
hour.
my next paycheck or something, you know. But shit, I give you 10 minutes right now. I could walk out, go in my car, drive home, thinking I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and I don't. And like these like hours are like the last thing that I did with my life. But I think that's all a mindset as you get older is you realize like, man,
Time, yeah. Like
we really gonna die one day, bro. Like where we go, I have no idea.
The only thing guaranteed, man.
Yeah, that stuff be tripping me out at night sometimes. Like I'll be like lying there just like, damn, this could really be the last time I ever go to sleep. And then
Fuck, man.
if like there's not an afterlife, I'll never know, you know, like if it's just black and like you don't exist anymore, then you just don't exist. There's not a, oh shit, well I guess I'm dead now. It's just like you dead. So
yeah. I know, I could take this to like a spiritual conversation, but I don't want to go there because we do that shit all the time.
So let's talk about ego.
well, I think ego is the
no, bro. But
ego lives on my shoulder.
damn, but nah, I do be thinking like that too. Because as I gotten older, I'm just like, fuck, like time is the only currency that really matters.
Time
you
is
know,
valuable,
Yeah, man,
man.
like I don't even like going out no more because like.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather be doing something else with my time.
Yeah, like I actually like started appreciating going out more because before it was just kind of like mindless. Like, do you remember that time we were just going out to Hermosa all the time?
And Fullerton.
Yeah, man, like
Good times.
like it was cool, like, but things like that is like what I think you look back to later in life and you're like, damn, like I'm really happy like I decided to go out those days.
I mean, it's what you do in like in your early 20s. Like you turn 21, you're like, all right, let's go get a drink.
Go out, drink,
Yeah, let's turn up. Like,
say we're gonna pick up girls, but we never talk to them.
yeah, we just observe.
That's y'all. Don't put me.
Leonard,
in
you know
don't put me
damn
in
well.
Don't put me in that category.
Get your ass.
Hell no, bro.
I ain't seen you talk to a girl once when we go out.
I just don't chase. I let them chase me.
Yeah, they chose not
To
to.
each his
So.
own. Oh hell!
Ah,
This
nah.
how you want to do it? This episode?
It's just a
All
real
right, bro.
second
We can do that this episode.
Nah,
Boy.
yeah.
Boy. No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Time, man. It's crazy. Like, yeah. I think when you're younger, you don't really think about, like, the concept of life. But then, like, I think once I hit, like, 22, 23, I was really like, damn, like, my parents ain't gonna be here forever. I'm not gonna be here forever. And then at that point, it's like, did I do everything I could today? You know, it's like, I got home, and then, like, you reflect on what you did that day. And was any of it, like, meaningful?
or productive.
Yeah, like, or was it all, like, selfish? Like,
Okay, so coming back to being a firefighter, is that the saving this guy was the day you decided to be a firefighter?
I think that's the day where I was like, damn, if I could do this, or at least have the opportunity to do this on like a consistent basis, like I think I'd be fine going out this way, you know, like looking back and like either being on my deathbed or like I don't know, man, like I can never recreate the feeling of knowing someone got home that day because of a decision I made.
Shit.
You know, it's like that person might have not been here anymore, and it's not like, oh, I'm trying to chase this like feeling of, oh, let me just like be a hero and shit. It's just like, I want someone to do that for me. Like, I'll be happy as hell if my mom came home because someone decided to like be helpful, you know. Damn, what were you like in high school? Like, I only met you like how you are now, you know.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's so interesting to see people like progress. Like,
yeah, in high school, dang, what was I like? I say I was like, dang, maybe Tyler could say it better. He hung out with me. Yeah, what was I like in high school, bro?
Well, I mean, let's see, sophomore year, we were quiet at first for sure, right?
Yeah.
Didn't really say much.
I see that.
Like,
I think when we first met, it was just like oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to like warm up. I feel like he had to warm up.
Yeah.
I don't think we got close until like our junior year. I think he's actually pretty funny. Really funny. He's actually really funny.
I see that.
I think he was like one of the more real people that I knew. You know?
Yeah.
Like almost to the point where it was just like, let me just be blunt, you know, and be honest with you guys type of thing.
Yeah. You need those people though. Like, there's too many fake people in the world, man.
Facts.
Like, there's like a difference between like support and then like, you always gotta support your homie though, you know. But like, if you tell me that you gonna do something and like it affects your whole life, I might be like, I don't know, Leonard, maybe take a step back and analyze. But
yeah, I feel like I just need people to keep it real. Like, if you like, give me your honest opinion. Like, even if like me making music, if my shit's trash, like tell me my shit's trash.
Bro, that shit's not trash, bro. I've been telling this dude for the past month, like, bro, like, I'm tired of not having this on my phone to listen to. Like it's the same thing when Ryan first, like when I first found out he made music and he didn't put anything on, I was like, bro, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like when I like music, I'll like listen to that album or track like on repeat until I know like all the lyrics.
I feel that. Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man, that music, bro. I'm still waiting on that.
Thank you, bro.
It was coming, bro. But
I'm
yeah, like
excited.
Just as long as I've known him, like, I don't know. There's always, I don't know, something about him. Like, I'm just like, man, like, this is like a cool guy. Like, he's cool.
Yeah.
You know, we shared a lot of experiences in life. I feel like that, like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, I would go to him, he would go to me, kind of thing, and like it just happened that way. And I just look at him as like, that's my guy, you know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I won closet intellectual for
closet intellectual.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that means. But
damn, in like the yearbook.
Yeah, in the senior year, closet intellectual. Like, she was bullshit.
Damn.
Like, because I couldn't be intellectual. I had to be.
Who was most intellectual?
I don't know.
Hassan.
Oh yeah, Hassan. Yeah,
you and Royal.
The two black guys. The two black guys were closet intellectuals.
Yeah,
bro, that dude's smart as hell, bro.
No, he is, bro. He was super book smart. Yeah,
like,
that dude knew his shit. But he studied like real hard too.
Yeah. I believe it, bro. Valedictorian.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What about you, bro? What was you like in high school?
The cool guy.
Nah, I don't think
the greaser.
What the
shit? Nah, man. I don't even know. I was just kind of like it's not popular. It's just like I was always nice to everyone. So it's like, I mean, I was probably an asshole. Like, don't get me wrong. I was a badass little kid to like teachers and shit. I would always talk back, see how much I could get away with. But I knew just when to cut it off before like I got sent to the principal's office. So, but it was always just like that mutual respect with people, I guess. Like, if I see you, I say, what's up? Because I played Yu-Gi-Oh! In high school, bro. So like, I was playing basketball and shit in lunch. But then like some days I'll bring my little deck and be like, oh, let's duel. Duel.
Wait, were you the guy that like went from group to group, or did you have like a solid like squad?
Damn. I'll say I would hang out with the basketball kids more than anything because we would all just play at lunch. But other than that,
like, Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's because
y'all had a team.
Nah, we would just play at lunch.
Oh,
so all those teams didn't get set up until recently, I don't think.
Like Ryan's year.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Ryan's year.
Because they had tried to start up a team in the very beginning, but then all it ended up being was us like running drills all morning, and we never played anybody except for the teachers. I'll still never forget. We played the teachers, and this dude named Chente, I think, like totally teabagged the shit out of this teacher because she fell, and he like just dragged his nuts across her face, bro.
Oh, what?
Yeah, man, that was like
that's disrespectful.
That was the highlight of anybody's basketball career at Da Vinci, bro. I forget what teacher it is, but yeah, man, she got teabagged. But yeah, I talked a lot. I talk a lot now, but it's like more selective.
You like class clown, like, or you like,
Yeah, I guess kind of
Oh,
like,
sure.
but I'll make jokes about like education, like just so I could talk, and they can't be that mad, you know. Like, I stood my ass up on the tables and told everybody, like, man, if you just travel that way, you go to China, you know. They're like, fuck you talking about? So I stood up on the tables and like pointed to this big ass map, and I'm like, bro, just walk this way, China. So I don't know, just stupid shit like that. I would hide under the desk and like scare my teachers, but they would laugh. So
You was a good student or no?
nah, I like slacked off a lot, cause I didn't really care about any of that shit. Like it's just like learn this cause the state wants you to learn this, not like, oh, what are your interests? What do you want to be? Like there's so many, I mean, looking back now, like there's so many fire programs that benefit the youth while you're in high school, and like options that there are, like those shits never got explained to me. Like it was all about like trying to go to Berkeley and MIT, and like that's what makes you somebody in high school, you know, academic wise, right? But it's like for the rest of us, like, damn, like I don't want to be a doctor, you know, like I'm not trying to be an engineer or like all of that. So it's like, where do I get left? And it's like, oh, you don't, like, we don't really care about you. You don't pad our stats of our high school. So what the fuck? Like, we don't pay attention to y'all.
But at least like now you know you want to be a firefighter. That's big, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. It's
cool.
it's like a good career,
Yeah.
but it could take forever, or it could take like as little. So hopefully it's not too long of a process, like a couple years maybe. But
You take the school seriously now?
oh yeah, bro, I'll be getting A's in all my classes now.
That's
I never
fine.
paid
That's what's up.
attention like more in my life,
That's
but it's
fine.
because it's interesting, right?
Yeah.
And it's also, I look at it and I'm like, damn, if I don't know this, I could die. Or like, I wouldn't want to show up and be like, damn, I don't know what to do to help this person live, you know? Because then like, I don't think I could ever live with that, like that feeling of knowing that you could have done more. Like it's like, nah, I want to do as much as I knew I could have. And then if they don't make it, they don't make it, bro. Like, you're not gonna save everybody. Like, I went on, so for my EMT class, we had to do a clinical hours at Little Company of St. Mary. Bro, 7 a.m, first call, dude went into cardiac arrest. They brought him in. We did compressions for like an hour and a half. Dude died.
Dang.
Like, never came back.
So you saw a dude die.
Yeah, bro. I was the one doing the compressions.
Oh shit, he died on you
Yes,
with
sir.
the. That's crazy. That's crazy though.
But like, I thought like, but it was kind of cool. So going into that, I was telling my girl, like, if someone dies in front of me and I can't handle it, like, I know this isn't the path for me, right? Like, you're not gonna save everybody. You're gonna see shit way worse than that. Like, so it's like, if I couldn't handle that, then I knew like I should probably like stop while I'm ahead. Because then if not, it's just a waste of time. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, be a firefighter until someone dies and then quit? You know, like, it's a waste of everyone's time. I could have been doing something else.
Real quick. So
Yeah.
doing these compressions, like, are you getting like nervous?
CPR, right?
Are you getting like nervous?
I was like, so when they put him into the room, and then they were like setting everything up, and I'm just saying that, bro, I'm a student. Like, I'm like, but they don't treat you like a student. They treat you like, all right, you're here. You should know what to do. And I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, I know compressions. Right. So as soon as they were like, hey, somebody needs to start, I'm like,
I'm on it.
let me choose to do the task that I at least know I can do, rather than like, hey, go get this and this. And I'm like, bro, I don't know your hospital. I don't work here. Like, I don't know where to get that. I don't know what that is. So I started, and damn, you realize like training on a dummy and a real ass person is much different.
Hell yeah.
Like, so the dude was like 300 plus pounds.
Oh shit.
So on a dummy, it's like, it's thin. They're like, little thing is thin. There's a little plate that clicks to let you know that you're doing it right and deep enough. Bro, humans don't have that. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just over here busting my ass like, man. So, but yeah, man, we would switch off like every like 2-3 minutes or so.
Like, what was it like watching somebody die? Like, I know it sounds kind of dark.
It's
Nah,
like,
yeah,
nah,
facts.
it's just like, it felt surreal. Like, I'm like, damn, like this person's like really gone. Like, and then it's like all these like ideas of like, man, did they die alone? Like, did anyone know? And then we found out he had like cancer and like all of this stuff. So he was like
On the way out.
overweight, not in the best health. So it's like, now he's at peace, right? Or at least you hope, right? I mean, I don't know what happens when we die, but you would hope that it's like, if you were suffering, that's the end of it. But we put him in the body bag too. Took him down to the mortuary. It smells in there, bro. And then like I think the worst feeling was smelling. I smelled that guy for like the rest of my shift, and it was 12 hours. And I got home, took a shower immediately, like scrubbed the shit out of my face, put like fucking shampoo in my nose. I was like, bro,
did you throw up?
Nah. But like it's weird being in the moment. I was like fine, right? But like the beginning of it and then after it all, it was like that's when you take a step back and you're like, damn,
that really happened.
Yeah, like this was really gone. We saw his family come and like they started crying.
Damn.
They like.
Do you tell them? Are you the one to tell them like he didn't make it or like?
Nah, there was a nurse who like takes care of all of that.
Fuck, man,
yeah, it was just compressions, then like pumping them full of like drugs and stuff to try to hope to keep him alive. But like, I think on the way to the hospital, he had gone into cardiac arrest. They brought him back, and then he went out again. So I think his chances were like a little slim. But I thought I'd think about it way more than I do. But like I could talk about it now, and it's just like, oh yeah, that happened. Like my first call, but it was cool too. You know, it kind of got that like sense of anxiousness out of the way, where you're like, damn, like what am I gonna be like when someone like dies? So
that's like the craziest shit you've seen, like.
So far, yeah. Besides like the dude I helped out the car that was like on fire. Yeah. But other than that, like they say a lot of the times it's like stuff related to kids is what hits you the most. Like you don't see like besides accidents, it's like also like abuse and neglect. And I think when like the younger they are, like I'm like, damn, like especially a lot of those dudes have kids already. So imagine like pulling up to a scene of like someone who's the same age as your own kid and then being like, fuck, like
having to bring them back to life, and you can.
And it hits home, man. And then they teach you like, even though let's say you pull up and it's like a mom and dad crying over their kid, and like even if you know the kid is gone, you like at least pretend, right? Like you don't just like pull up and be like, nah, that we can't do anything, it's done. Like you at least like do compressions and you take them to the back of the ambulance, and you like, it's like almost like putting on a show, but it's not like, it's for, you know, it's like the same thing they say as funerals, like it's not for the dead, it's for the living. You know, it's like peace of mind, like damn, at least you tried. But yeah, bro, classroom and real world settings are like totally different, man. Like they don't compare. Like it's just stuff to fall back on and hope that you remember it all. But
yeah, I know like cops and like detectives get numb to shit because like they see so much fucking craziness.
Yeah, man.
That it becomes like whatever to them.
Yo.
Like,
but it's cool. Like I don't know. It'll be a lot of like depressing stuff and stuff that I'm sure like there's gonna be some stuff that just stick with you like for the rest of your life. But it's just like having that support system around you that you could feel comfortable like talking to about and being like, damn, like today was rough, and like having homies who are like, oh damn, like you good, you know? If you just hold it in, like that shit can get to you, man. Fighting demons every day.
Fuck, man. Just living with all that shit on your conscience, like.
Yeah. But you do a lot of good too, you know. So I think that's the trade-off, is like all the good you could do for the world.
So yeah, today I take like this class called Meaning of Life or whatever. And like they be talking about like meaning versus purpose. Like, is there a meaning to life? Is there a purpose for shit? You know. And I don't know, I was thinking about that today. Like what the hell is my purpose? You know, what am I supposed to do in the world?
Purpose versus meaning, those are two separate things. Oh, meaning to life.
Is there definitions for both?
For purpose and meaning?
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. In class, they define it as like so purpose is basically like what you're supposed to accomplish like in life.
Oh, okay.
So like I'm supposed to accomplish this, and then when it's done, I've completed my purpose. You know. And then meaning is like more, I think, broader. Like why do we exist? You know, like why do we do what we do? You know, what's the meaning of what we're doing? You know. So yeah, it's a little bit different. It's tricky though.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know if I'll ever find my meaning in life. Like I think it's like there's always something to try to like move towards.
Meaning to life.
Yeah, Tyler, those two monkeys working in there. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm trying to comprehend that. I'll be honest with you. Well, no, like, see,
That's a tough question. That's like,
Yeah, like
I feel like your purpose can change like every day. Like you can be like, oh, today I'm supposed to be doing this, I think, and then tomorrow I'm supposed to be doing this, you know.
mhm.
And then meaning, I mean, I feel like everyone just has, I don't know, everyone can have a different meaning to life or meaning.
Like, or meaning to your life.
Damn. Okay, that's even.
Mhm.
That's crazy. What was your answer to the question?
I don't have an answer. Like philosophy is so dumb because like it's literally a class of asking questions, bro. Like, there's no answers to this class, bro. Like,
So what was your answer? Nothing.
that's the answer. Like, what the fuck? It's bullshit.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, it's bullshit.
you're like, good job, Leonard. You get an A today. It's like I'm so confused.
Nice, bro. Like,
The question, he just puts why.
hey.
Perfect. 10 out of 10.
Exactly. Now you're thinking.
People put like intricate answers. You just put why.
It's just like, this doesn't make any sense. Exactly.
I know, cause like, bro, like literally for every question he asks, there's like he plays both sides like perfectly fine. It's like it's okay. Like, yeah, religion is stupid, but at the same time, you can't disprove it. It's like what? Like, what am I supposed to?
Yeah, but me and my parents be arguing about religion all the time. But it's just like me trying to be like a little.
Are they religious and you're not?
Yeah. Well, I used to be. I was like super into that shit, but
What happened?
I think I just kind of like tried figuring out life, and then I like read the Bible and all that, and I was like, damn, why do I have so many more questions and answers? And then I was like, I mean, for them, like, so my mom had breast cancer like through high school, and then like looking back, I put like a lot of the lack of effort into school. I kind of blamed it on like, well, mom has cancer, you know, like. But then like looking back now, I'm like, damn, like my mom really couldn't be alive right now, and I was like a little shit through that whole time, you know. And it's like later on you appreciate people. But damn, why did I say that? Oh, so for her, like religion kind of got her through her, or in her mind at least, like that's what saved her, right? Was like her religious ties and praying to like a god and all that. So I think it's like definitely beneficial, but I argue with them all the time about shit.
Just because?
Yeah,
You
just
son
like.
of a gun.
So what I always tell them is I'm like, damn, like, so the church that they went to or that they go to still, that I also used to go to, I never liked like the leaders. They were very like take what I'm saying and don't question it. And I don't really like that method of thinking. Like ever since I was young, I've always been like, oh, but why? Like, and it's like, oh, like, you know, and now adults are like, nah, that's talking back. That's like being disrespectful. And I'm like, nah, I'm just trying to like figure out why you think that or why I should think that, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like getting them to do that. Like, bro, like I just hope that you like reflect when you hear information as opposed to just being like, oh no, the priest said so. So
Yeah, I feel like there are a lot of flaws like in the church, especially with like the teaching, because like, yeah, you're right. A lot of them just be like, take what I say as like law, you know, like because I said it, and then even in the Bible, there could be flaws in what they're preaching about, and it's like they don't want you to question it.
yeah, man.
And like
Like
that goes
for-
against the Bible. That's why it's weird.
Yeah, for everything that like you can read that like contributes to your faith, right? You can also read a bunch of stuff that you're like, oh, but wait, but it's like, no, wait, don't read that part. You know, it's like, nah, you can't read what's convenient for you. I don't know, life's crazy, bro. It's just like everyone in this room won't be here one day, man. Like,
Facts.
I know. Already almost there, you know.
Or like at any time, like something could just, a meteor could just wipe us
yeah,
out.
man,
like that.
like we really living like people live for bullshit sometimes, man. Like
Yeah. Do you think like anything really matters? You know, like
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
I think
like-
for myself, yes. Like knowing that we're all gonna die eventually, I think it makes me more aware of like how I'm spending my time, right? Just because it is like it's not infinite, you know. It's like
it's limited.
yeah, I'm like, and like you said, it could be whenever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, like that's kind of why I decided like to do the firefighting thing too, right? Like I was an econ major and I was chasing like the money, right? Like, oh, what degree is going to get me like a good salary and a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more I like moved up at other companies and like took like managerial positions, like I realized the only part I really like is like helping other people become adults, or making them better for the workforce, or things like that. But it was never like, I never cared about numbers and stats and like revenue versus cost of like operation and all of that. And like, I don't
fuck all that.
Yeah, like, so I'm just like, damn, like, it's always been about the people, like, how can I help you be a better person? So it's like, for the firefighting thing, so I quit my job like at the time, and then I was like, bro, I'm gonna pursue this, right? And I think it's only because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die one day anyways. Like, do I really want to grow up one day and be like, man, I wish I would have done this? Like do I want to be like doing well in life, like, let's say, like have a nice monetary value to my name? Or do I want to maybe make like okay money, but then at least be okay with who I am as a person? So it's like people are just greedy, man. Like, everyone chases the bag, right? That's so common to hear now, like, oh, secure the bag, chase the bag. And it's like, yeah, but are you like happy with what you're doing?
Yeah, like, it was crazy that you mentioned that. Like, yesterday when I was at the game, I don't know, being in the room with all these like these athletes, I see them and I'm just like, man, these are like normal dudes, like,
Yeah.
Honestly, there ain't nothing special about them except that they got a bunch of money to their name.
Honestly, they put on a show.
Right. And like, it's just a show. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why we value it so much. Like, I feel like we should value teachers more, because like, they're sitting with our kids for like 8 hours a day. Like, they have a bigger impact on this world than an athlete does.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know why we don't put our money there.
It's all about the money, bro. Because no one tunes in to watch teachers teach.
I know,
right? Like, it's crazy, bro.
There's so many teachers. That's why
they can be teaching you. They can teach your kids anything.
Yeah, man. Like,
they can be teaching.
But
kids
then
religion.
they get mad that the education system isn't so great,
right?
And I'm like, well, fuck.
You don't even
like,
put money into it. Like,
is it only here though in America that the education?
I think it's
system?
most.
It's like most of the
places undervalue their teachers
in the world.
I think so.
But we're pretty bad though. We're like 90th. Like,
yeah, our ranks are low.
Yeah, it's like trash.
But then it's also like, yeah, we put our value into entertainment, and like, it's crazy because the culture is only going more towards instant like gratification. Like, everyone wants like likes right now, and like
This podcast,
bunch of followers.
People can't even have a dinner without showing
Posting
it off
the
to
picture,
the world.
yeah.
Like,
It's dumb.
Like, I think that's one thing I appreciate in like the relationship I'm in, is that it's very like
Wholesome.
when it's like
Yeah.
time with me and you, it's like time with me and you. It's not like,
you don't need to show anyone.
like, yeah, like, I don't need to tell Instagram that like I'm hanging out with you. Like, I'm cool just hanging out with you. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like, you're lucky. Like,
yeah, bro.
you
Like,
got
it's
it.
different, bro. Like, I've had my fair share of shitty relationships.
Yeah,
Like,
I bet.
high school, that shit was trash.
Mm.
Afterwards, like, I've always been like a relationship type of person. Like, everyone I dated for like a while, right? But yeah, bro, it's only like once you get like someone like good that you're like, damn, like, I really put up with a lot of shit for no reason. Like, it's not a waste of time. It's just like
a
learning
lesson.
right? Because I don't think I'd value the relationship I have now if I didn't have such shitty past experiences.
Oh, now it's crazy.
Yeah, because it's
That's
like
beautiful, actually.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like this. Like, I used to hate calling like my other girlfriends on the phone. Like, oh, I hate that shit. Like, if I would see a call from them, I'd be like, oh, fuck, here we go. And now it's like,
shit, for real.
yeah, bro. Now I talk to my girlfriend like,
Like, you can't wait.
fucking all the time, bro.
You're sitting on the phone.
Finally.
I called her on my way over here. Like,
Damn, that's beautiful though, bro.
yeah,
like,
man. It's like,
I'm happy for you, man. Honestly,
thanks, bro. I'm happy too, man.
yeah, bro. It's-
About to get married and shit. No, I'm just kidding.
bro, I'm just like, I just wish I was out of the game. Like, I hate the dating game, bro. It's trash.
Yeah, like,
No.
Right now,
nowadays.
bro, yeah,
Especially when you
it's
broke,
terrible.
like, you can't even
man,
afford
like-
shit. That's the biggest thing. You
Let's
can't
just
afford
stay in
shit.
this time.
Yeah.
Let's just
right?
stay-
Like,
Damn, we gotta go out tonight.
I'll just
Get
make
some
us. I'll make us some PB and J's or something. Yeah.
bro, I love PB and J. I'll take that.
drinks.
Yeah,
bro.
man, relationships are cool. Like, I think like without that support system, I don't think it'd be as easy to like be busy all the time.
Is she very like supportive of you following your?
Oh yeah,
passion,
like
firefighting?
she was like super excited when she was like, "Oh, you've always liked this. Like, you've always mentioned it, and you've never done anything with it, and now you're doing it to like chase it, like."
Mhm.
But I think that's what's having like a good relationship is like you support each other's dreams and like
Yeah.
try to give moral support, or like, I don't know, like that ear to listen to when like the day is rough, right? Like, sometimes
Yeah.
you just need a vent, man. Like,
I feel that. Yeah.
like
Fuck.
the day maybe wasn't really that hard, but it was just like once you vent, like if you vent to Tyler, like all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, man, fuck today, it was stupid. But then like you're chilling. So at times just that is like having someone who like always is there to listen, or you can text and be like, damn, like today was rough, or like I'm fucking tired.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I mean, for me, like I would hope I would find a girl that would push me to be the best version of me, you know?
Right.
And I push her to do the same. Like that's all I can hope for. Like just
Yeah,
grow.
because then if not, like what's the point? Like,
Right. You're wasting time.
Like why would you be okay with being with someone like who's mediocre? Like
For a good time.
yeah, like it's like damn, like if I'm dating you, like I also see like the potential in what we could be type of shit. So it's like I wanted to push you to like follow the shit you wanted to, you know, because it has to be like reciprocated. You can't just like
right.
always be like, oh, like my girl always does this for me and this for me. It's like, okay, what do you do for her? I don't know, like I'll take her to Chick-fil-A once or twice, and I'm like, okay, cool, bro. But like, what do you provide outside of like superficial stuff, right? Like, I think that's why like a lot of people like have this idea of like just talking to multiple people all the time. Everyone's trying to like get every void filled of whatever it is they need, whether it be like physical, emotional, like
Yeah, bro. I read this book by Steve Harvey, Think Like a Man or whatever, and they're talking about how like girls need 4 dudes. Like
damn,
Like in rotation?
They need the sugar daddy,
What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
the nerd, the mandingo, and like one other dude. Yeah,
Mandingo.
yeah, bro. Because you need the sugar daddy to buy her shit. You need the nerd to go run her errands. You need the mandingo, obviously, for whatever. And you need the there was one more.
The 4th one.
Yeah, the 4th guy.
You need another one in the rotation.
Oh no, and the gay friend. There we go. The 4th guy to talk to vent and shit. Like every girl
Damn,
needs
bro.
4 dudes. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Put everything all out there, man.
damn.
I mean, that's Steve Harvey. That's what he wrote. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
man?
Y'all remember that movie that had that book in it? What was
Yeah.
it called?
How to act like a lady, think like a
Yeah.
man. Yeah, it was based on the book. Yeah,
Think Like a Man.
That's wild.
With Kevin Hart. Wasn't Kevin Hart?
Kevin
in
Hart,
that?
bro.
Relationships
Looking
are
good.
rough, bro. Like you have so many roles to fill. Like people think it's just like a
Bro, it's not- it
you're
ain't
my,
easy,
you're my
bro.
girlfriend, you're my boyfriend, but it's like nah, man. Like
You're my partner.
Nah, girls need a lot, bro. All right, don't kill me, y'all. Fuck. Yeah, bro.
Disclaimer.
Like disclaimer out here. Fuck.
nah,
bro.
bro. Like everything requires a ton of energy.
Yeah.
Like I think too many people get into relationships like just to say they're cuffed.
Oh,
Like,
definitely,
It's
bro.
like, oh, the title, like, oh, I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, and then like on Instagram everything's fine, and then like when they break up, you find out their whole relationship was shitty, and you're like, damn, what happened? Like everything looked great.
You see all the
Yeah.
flaws.
Like I think me and my girl posted each other on social media like 3-4 times, bro. We've been going out for a year and some change.
Yeah.
And like when people be like, oh damn, I didn't know you were with someone, I'm like, oh, I'm not hiding it. It's just like I'm just genuinely happy. Like
Yeah, I don't need to post it.
I don't have the need to like let you know that I'm chilling. Like I'm just chilling, you know. Like
Yeah.
there's a saying. It's like move in silence. I don't know. It's like something about
Real
moving in
G's.
silence.
Move in silence.
Like lasagna.
that's it. That's it right there.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Something about moving in
There's
silence.
no way. It wasn't that, but fuck.
I had to, bro. I couldn't help it.
Wheezy. Damn. Lasagna, bro.
So eat lasagna now, dude. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Damn. Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Something like
Let's go with that one. Move in silence like lasagna.
That would be real funny if that's what you're gonna say. Oh man.
Now, what were you gonna say though? I'm curious.
Damn, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. It's basically something about like work towards what it is you want to work towards, but like don't feel the need to tell everybody that you're working towards it. You know, like just
It's a Bruce
Yeah,
Lee
that's
quote.
wisdom.
just let your efforts show, right? Like shit, next time I saw you and you're like, oh damn, like financially I'm doing better now, like I'm in this position at my job, and it's like, oh shit, like I didn't even know you were doing all that, like I didn't know you were making moves like that, and it's like, nah, like I don't have to, you know.
Yeah.
Then like some people feel the need to gloat.
Show you the whole process,
Yeah, and
of
I'm
whatever
like,
the
bro,
fuck
like,
they're doing.
yeah.
Every day.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, man, like I don't even think like a lot of my friends don't even know I'm doing firefighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I knew that.
yeah.
I know, I did too.
Hey, but yeah, man, like it's just like, just pursue your dreams, man. Like life's too short, like
That's facts.
to fucking give a shit about what people are gonna say about what it is you chose to do.
I don't know. Life's too short to care. Really, I'm starting to realize.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Yeah, bro.
I
Like
just
the older
care
I get,
less.
it's like the less I'm like
Yeah.
trying to be flashy and
Yeah.
everything is very practical. Like I was looking to buy a new car and I was like, would this fit a family in the future? You know, like
Fit a family,
like, bro,
Jesus
like-
Christ.
throw the kid in the back of a Mustang. Like, what the fuck?
What's the miles per gallon?
Yeah,
on
I
this
was
thing,
like,
bro?
damn, what's the MPG on this?
how much
bitch?
would it?
Damn.
How much would it cost to fill this thing up?
That's just a what? A V8? I can't afford that. Where's your 4-cylinder at? I'm like, fuck.
I just need 4 wheels and 2 doors.
I'm like 91 octane. That's high. I need something that takes like 87, man. Like,
That's almost sad though.
Yeah, bro,
it's
but it's-
almost sad, but it's smart. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
man.
It's sad.
Bro, I'm like,
it
fuck.
sounds like adulting.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
guys.
Adulting is depressing, man. I'm like,
And you can't be a kid forever, though, they say.
No, not if you have money. You can't if you have money.
hell yeah, bro.
You can be a big kid.
You can be a big kid.
Passive income, man. You need that shit.
Yeah.
You can't get rich on like a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how like I feel like everyone thinks they're gonna be rich, you know?
Bro,
But
I thought I was gonna be a
only a
fucking
s-
millionaire
that's
when
what
I
I'm
was in high
saying.
school, bro.
only like a small, less of us are gonna be rich at this point
I
because
still remember like a teacher told me like, "Damn, you don't know how to sweep that well," and I told him like, "But I'm never gonna have to sweep in my life." I fucking threw that broom to the side and look at me now, fucking
sweeping
every Monday through Sunday. Just
sweeping shit.
hey, I got better though. If you looking, I don't know, but fuck, bro. Like, yeah, bro. We were little ass kids, really thinking like, I'm the
I
next,
never
like,
have to work.
I'm the next Maury or some shit. I don't know.
Sit your ass down, man.
Adulthood is a big reality check, bro. That shit
Yeah, bro, that shit's
smacks
like
you in the face. Like,
Fucking debo's you in the face,
yeah,
man. Like,
bro.
They're like, you thought.
Just wake up.
Take a
That
seat.
shit's.
yeah, bro.
There.
Remember getting $20 as a kid? How happy you were?
I know. I thought I was balling.
Shit, now I'm like, this is the pay hourly. Like, what is this gonna get me? Like, that ain't gonna give me shit.
So fill up my tank for the week. Like,
Yeah, bro. I'm like, this gonna drive me back. Go home, have some struggle cereal. It's just ice and water.
Ice soup, bro. That's what I
Bro.
call it.
Put it between 2 buns, you good. Go to bed, knock out.
Plenty of sleep for dinner I've had, bro.
Bro,
Plenty of sleep.
that's crazy,
meals.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Now you look back because later, you'll be rich.
yeah.
You look at all the struggle from back then.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that's what gets you through. Is just like people ask me like, "Oh man, like how do you work like 5 a.m. till or have your day start at 5 and then like you end at 10 p.m. and do that shit all over again?" It's just like, it's not like forever. Hopefully, right? It's like it's temporary, so that one day like you gotta do what. What did my teacher tell me in biology in high school? She's like, do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Something like that. Like, take care of the shit that you got to do now so that, like, one day you can do what it is you actually want to spend your time on.
It's like, grind now, relax later.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler. Wait, what were you like in high school, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, man. We
We
know.
never asked you.
Tyler seems like he knew, like, a lot of people.
Nah,
You didn't say, like, what's up to everybody?
I was pretty under the radar.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Among the Asians, though, he was well loved, well received.
Just from it's just from like basketball, playing basketball in this community. Like that's the only reason why. I don't know. I think I'm pretty similar to how I was in high school. I was shy. Didn't say much. Laughed at everything.
Yeah.
Kind of went with the crowd. Just was there. I did think I was like a nice guy though.
I think you're still a nice guy, man.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
you're one of the nicest people.
I try to be.
Do you still go with the crowd? Like
I think now I just keep to myself more. Like I value my time a little bit more. So like
Yeah.
I don't just like it's not just I'm trying to hang out with you guys. Like I just want to hang out with you guys. Like it's not. It's like I feel like today would be a good day to spend time with certain people.
Right.
But overall, I was just a kid who smiled a lot.
You still smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, man. That one.
I did. I did win.
That little one, yeah.
I did win most fun to be around in high school.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't think I won anything in high school.
No?
No, I don't think so, bro.
Half our class won.
I know we cheated, bro.
Yeah,
we
we
finessed
did.
the fuck out of that
Damn.
shit.
We finessed the system.
We had one class vote for the same people.
What?
Yeah. You gotta figure the school won't like collectively pick one person. They'll pick
Shout
like,
out
their friend.
APN, man.
Yeah, bro.
I don't remember what we voted for in high school. Like, What is it like that? Most likely to succeed.
Best all around.
Yeah, I need to go look back now.
Most intellectual.
Like, none of y'all motherfuckers are where you said you were gonna be. Like,
most likely to be rich.
Yeah.
Most likely to be a bum. All that shit.
Yeah, fuck.
So at different stages of your life, you identify as you label yourself. As a student, as a teenager, whatever. So as far as where you were then, where would you say that you're at now? And how did you get there? Like, what brought you to that point?
Damn, I think it's definitely like, I think I used to be way more selfish and like in a sense, as opposed to how I am now. Like, I think it's always been hard for me to tell people no. Like, but I would always think about myself, if that made sense. Like, I wanted to make money for me and like rich for me so I can get nice things and I can get like whatever. But then as you grow older, you realize like I think now I'm at a stage in my life where I just want to like give back. Like, I don't know. I think one day it'd be dope to like have a scholarship. Like me, I own a scholarship and like.
Oh, that you give out?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I was like, get a scholarship.
I was like, that's possible? Just
hey,
apply.
I'm broke. Fund me.
Go fund me.
But yeah, like, I don't know, like start a scholarship. Like
a foundation.
Like, and like back when I was more into photography, I think I've just gone through so many different like switching majors and all that like now I'm finally comfortable with like kind of who I am, as opposed to like trying to find validation through other people. It's like now you just like validate yourself, like there's no need for like, if you don't like me, that's cool, like we ain't gonna be liked by everyone, and if you don't like me, like whatever. But like,
and how would you say like you got there, like to that
I think it's just like life experiences, man. Like, so like growing up, like I've been like on the street where like a drive-by has happened and like had a duck and shit, like shit like that. I got jumped at a metro station. It's like I think all that is just like humbling experiences where you're like, damn, like there's enough shitty people in the world, bro. Like maybe don't be one of them. Like do better, right? So it's just like I think all of that leads you. And then like when my mom got cancer, I was like, oh shit, like what does that mean? Like what is gonna be like to like not have a mom? And then at that point it took like more of a family role, right, where you like slowly start to care about everybody more and things like that. And then my pops had lost his job a while back ago, and then I became like for a while the primary fucking source of income for my family.
Wow.
So I think you just like, I think I grew up quicker than, I mean, not in like I've never been a mature ass dude. Like I'll probably make a joke at like a fucking funeral, like just out of like being uncomfortable, like, right. Like I'm never the one to be like super serious, but I think like from a maturity standpoint of like trying to make ends meet and shit, I think like that's what kind of shaped me to be more like family oriented and like realize like the friendships that I do have, like make those better, as opposed to like saying I know a ton of people, right? Just being cool with like, oh, I know Tyler, Leonard, Bryce. Oh shit, Bryce exists. Fuck, my bad, Bryce. But yeah, like I honestly, like I go home and I'm like, damn, like I really appreciate the friendships that like are true, instead of like all these fake people who like I meet and know their names, they know mine, but on top of that, like we don't have anything special. But I think it's just life experiences, man, and like finding people who help you be better, right? Like I don't think I have one friend right now who wasn't excited when I told him I was going to do firefighting, right? Like, right? So it's like you meet people like that who like just want you to pursue what you want, and then that helps you realize like, damn, I got to give that back to them too, instead of just like chasing for myself. Like if I ever got rich, like I want to bring my homies with me, like, and it's not like, oh, let's buy them a house and shit, 'cause I don't think I'll end up that rich, but it's just more of like realizing there's more to life than yourself. Thanks. So fuck, I don't even know what stage I am in life right now. I think it's just like
adulting,
finally figuring out how to make that dream come true, like have a kid maybe, or like get married and all that shit, and like how to make that a possibility. Then you got to find those people first, right? Like you got to find a girl who like you might want to settle down with. So yeah, man. but I don't know. That's a hard ass question to answer. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Who are you in life right now? Yeah, man. It's just like, I don't know, man. Life's too short, bro. I think that's like, or
That's the
it's not.
theme. That's the title,
like,
bro.
Life could be long, but it's like you'll never know. Like, this could be the last time I talk to you, bro.
That's
And I
facts,
hope
bro.
it's not,
I
you know.
know.
But
I
it's
feel that.
like, damn, like if it was, I'd be glad we did this, right? And then that's what I've been telling him with the
Damn.
podcast this whole time is that like, I think this will go somewhere, but if it doesn't, I think at least we got to hang out because of it, right?
Nice.
This wasn't a conversation we would have if it wasn't for this that existed.
That's true.
And it's like, would it have happened ever? Maybe, right? Like, I'm sure we've talked about life a bunch, right? Like,
I do that a lot.
yeah, I think your friends like get you through like the worst parts of times in your life where you're like, man, fuck this shit. Like, not like on some suicidal shit, but like, I used to be way more anxious than I am now, right? And it's just like I don't know if you remember that one time I told you we went to Mount Baldy, and I was like, hey, just so you know, we're gonna take the on ramp. I get a little anxious.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
I told him that, right? And it was like, I've never spoke that into existence with people before, besides like my girlfriend. But even then, it was like that was hard, like opening up to people and let them know like your flaws, right? But even then, it was like a healing process. It was like, damn, now I know if I freak out a little bit, like at least you're aware of what's happening, and like that kind of like chilled me out, like knowing that like you knew. So if like you saw me like, oh shit, like Oscar, you good? And it's like, oh, like at least you know the reason behind it, not just like, oh man, like this dude's
Like, why is
tripping.
he so tense right now?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I started talking about that, but
Appreciating people.
yeah, just appreciating people, man. Like,
And then just embracing and being grateful for life.
yeah, like I think I have like a handful of friends, but I can be proud of like who they are,
That's facts.
you know, and like the people I keep meeting through. It's crazy, like the people I've met through the people that I decide are my close friends. Like, I think there's more value in them than like the random people I've met throughout my entire life, right? But I think it's you attract people who have like a similar mindset, right? Like I think like a lot of my friends all care about people and like other people's well-beings, and like as much as like we might get stressed out and shit like that, I think at the end of the day, like I'll always go out of my way to make sure Tyler's cool, or like shitty, I haven't even known you that long, right? Like we only really hang out when we hung out that one time to take pictures.
Oh yeah, we did. I know.
I sent you some of them.
Still waiting on those, huh?
Still waiting,
Hey,
bro. It's
dude,
chill.
that Dropbox be taking forever to load, bro. But yeah, it's just like even that, like just having homies that you can call. Like, bro, I know I can call my girl at any time, and like she's got me. Like,
Yeah.
I know I can call Tyler at any time. If he doesn't answer, he's probably at work,
Or sleeping.
right? Yeah, you better wake your ass
But
up.
I answered though.
Yeah.
The second
But
time.
like Bryce and shit like that, and it's like that's what I appreciate now in life, as opposed to what car I drive and like what I'm wearing. It's like,
Yeah.
like having those people that like you can be in the worst situation ever, and you're like, damn, like I need you to come through for me, and knowing that like they probably will. So I think that I just want to be that for like my friends, right? Like, hey Oscar, like I need you real quick, like don't sweat it, I'm on my way. So
I feel that. Yeah, I've learned to like, I don't know, just learn to take what life gives you. You know, like I feel like whatever you go through, that's what you're supposed to be going through.
yeah,
you know?
man, like if you overthink something, you have to live through that moment twice instead of just living through it once.
That's facts. That's actually pretty.
So
deep.
it's like, why overthink it,
Mhm.
right? Now you're stressed out 2 times for no reason. But I find myself doing that shit a lot. Like I think of the what ifs, like but what if I get anxious, and what if I like don't have a good time? And anytime I've ever thought that, I end up going out and I fucking go home and I'm like, damn, I'm so happy I went. Right? So
Yeah, like for me, I feel like I just learned how to stop caring about. Like I think about death a lot. You know, like
yeah.
yeah, like you know when or how am I gonna go out? You know, like or whatever happens. Like if I go out today, will I make it back home tonight? Like type shit.
Yeah, man.
And it's just like damn, like I'm learning how to be okay with it. You know, like if it happens, like I'm comfortable. You know, like,
Yeah.
if it takes me out, like I'm not really gonna be tripping that much. Like if a guy points a gun in my head, I just probably be like, I'll probably freak out. But I'll be like, you know what? Like I'm here for this. Like this is probably when I'm supposed to go out. You know, and if I'll take it. You know, like I'll accept it.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to go out that way though.
That's why you gotta like make smarter decisions in life and like shit. I don't know. Like I would hate to like die and like if I have a family at the time, like leave them with like a bunch of bills and like all that shit.
Yeah.
We're like, damn, like if my parents like died today, like I don't know what the fuck I do, bro. Like shit, I don't know how to file my taxes. My mom's an accountant, bro. She files my taxes. I give her that shit every January. I'm like, here's my W-4. Like, please help me.
Yeah, I know. If my mom was gone, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, but I think like
Same.
I think that's maturity, man. Like
Yeah.
when you finally see your parents as a human being,
Yeah.
as opposed to like, oh, like this is my mom said no, my dad said this. You know, it's like now I'm like, bro, I look at my parents, I'm like, damn, y'all aging. Like,
Yeah.
like that shit's real. Like, and then I think like, damn, when's the last time I looked at you guys and like valued who you were and like what you've done for me?
Yeah. I think that's the coolest part about getting older too, is like you kind of learn how to see your parents on that level of like,
yeah, like it's like mutual.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I'm learning who you were or who you are as a person. Like,
yeah, like
who's the person behind this that gave birth to me, or,
right.
Or the other dad that raised me.
Yeah, like they had a whole ass life before me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I don't know nothing about that shit. And I think like as I get older, I ask more questions just because I'm like, damn, like if I have a kid, right, or like my girlfriend ever asks like, oh, like what were your parents like? You know, I'm like I don't want to be like, oh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, what were they like when they were young? I don't know. I never asked.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not because I didn't care. It's just like I never took the time to think that was necessary, like for me to find out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just you're so focused on like you growing up and like you getting through high school and being popular or making friends or making
money. Like,
yeah, so
bullshit,
it's like,
bro.
Like your parents are human beings, man.
I know. Once they're gone, you can't get them back.
Yeah, bro. Like I'll cry my eyes out the day that shit happens, bro.
I'm balling that shit happens. Like,
but then that's when you need people to hold you down, man. Like, cause like they're everything, man. Like, not just that aside, like, you know, like, what is it? Blood is thicker than water or whatever. But like, bro, sometimes family's toxic too, bro.
that's true.
And like everyone has that mindset, like, oh no, those are your relatives. Like, you can't talk bad about them and shit. But it's like, toxicity is toxicity, man. Like, you can't get better in the same environment that made you sick. That you got to get out of that shit. You got to clean or whatever, right? Like, but yeah, man. I think that's when I realized I was adulting, was when I was like, damn, my parents are people too. You know, it's not always about like, I'm tired. Like, now it's like, oh, let me help you out. Like, bro, they've been working past 30 years, like, to provide for me, and I can't fucking do the dishes.
I know.
Like, get your ass up and do the dishes, bro. Like,
wash the clothes.
Like take that trash
shit.
out. Like, fuck, like make them food. Like, you know, they tired too.
Facts.
But then I don't know, like my pops is someone I want to be in life one day, like in the sense of how much he gave time like to contributing to like my interests, right? So like I don't know, I used to play paintball. I don't know if y'all know that shit, but I played that shit like competitively. And my dad would drive out to Chino Hills like twice a week when we were like leading up to tournaments, and he would like drop me off. Sometimes he would drive back and then drive back after to pick me up. And like my dad really dedicated like, nah, like let me support him in what he wants to do, you know? And like we would get home or he would pick me up from school, take me home. And then like my ass wanted to be like, hey, dad, let's play basketball or some shit. And then like now I think like how tired we are when we work a shift. And I'm like, damn, like this man worked the whole 8-hour shift, got home, hasn't had food, is probably tired as fuck. But if his kid says like, let's play, he fucking plays with me, you know?
That's love, bro.
Yeah, bro. So I'm like, fuck, like when that man goes, like,
I know. I feel that.
Falling, bro.
It's a piece of you, man. Like your parents are like a piece of you.
Yeah,
or you're
bro.
a piece of them.
Both.
A piece of each other.
I think you become a piece of them.
I know. I was looking at my dad yesterday. Like, he has a lot of gray hairs now. You know, like
Yeah, bro. Isn't that shit crazy? Like,
yeah. And he be doing old man like stuff. Like,
bro.
he's just like, dang, where's my key? Like,
Bro, I've got it
it's in
home
your pocket.
so many times, and like the beans are on the stove. Fucking the beans are on the stove. How fucking los frijoles, way. Like what the fuck? Buy las tortillas. But like, yeah, bro, the beans be on the stove, and I'm like, y'all gonna burn the house down. They're like, oh, we forgot. And I'm like, shit, you guys trying to forget shit? Like,
I know.
no.
My mom too. Like both of them. Yeah. Like, geez, it's kind of funny, but
my mom's hearing's going.
Oh,
I'm like, Mom, and she's on her phone. I'm like, Mom,
huh?
You say something? After like 5 times.
Yeah,
man.
man.
I'm like, never mind.
I'll the aging process is crazy.
It's sad too. I don't like it.
Yeah, because like I'll think about it. I'm like, damn, when's the last time I like, have you ever thought of like the very first memory you've ever had? Like, how far back does that go?
First memory?
Like, I remember kindergarten. I remember
preschool.
Damn, I didn't go to that. That's probably why I'm dumb now.
I'm dumb too.
I remember preschool. I remember before preschool.
How old were we in preschool? Was that like 4?
I was 3.
Yeah. You were a little kid, bro, little baby.
I started elementary when I was 4.
Elementary school? No, you didn't.
I was smart as fuck, bro.
You did not go to elementary school when you were 4.
Kindergarten
bro.
at 4, bro.
That's not. That's elementary, I guess. I was in first grade. I was like
first grade. I was
4 years old.
I was 5.
Damn, we are fucking young genius out here. I'm like, damn, you tested into the first grade.
Kids was reading Dr. Seuss. He was sitting there reading a chapter book with some coffee.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, what the fuck? I swear though, I was young as fuck. Like I was a year younger than everybody.
Yeah, you are younger though.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
I was just.
But yeah, man. It's just like there's just so many. Like, I don't feel like 24 years have passed.
I don't know. I feel that.
Like the sense of time is like,
bro, it gets faster,
bro. Like
you blink and you're older.
Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like you feel like high school takes forever, and then you fucking graduate, and then you're like, the bills start coming, and you're like, wait,
dude. Like we're 6 years out of high school. 5. 5 years out of high school. It's crazy. Like, I'm like,
oh shit, I'm
7.
Fuck, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
No, you're good,
but
bro.
we're figuring that shit out. You know, it's like
me, bro.
It's just crazy because like you wake up and you're 40, like,
bro, like when they tell you like,
yeah, when I'm 40 and I wake up, bro,
I'm be like, shit.
You're gonna wake up holding your back and shit. You're gonna be like, let me get my orthotics on.
That's
you know,
why it's like time, man. You gotta appreciate like the age you're at now.
Youth, man.
You don't get this day back. You know, like
yeah, like now I understand the old heads at the gym who'll be like, back when my knees were good.
But like, man, yeah, they always tell you like, man, I wish I was at your age right now. Like,
yeah, and I'm like, I always wonder why.
Like,
you know? But then I look back and I'm like,
I get it.
Damn, I don't remember like kindergarten feels like 2-3 years ago. It don't feel like 20 years.
I was
bro.
just in elementary school.
Yeah, bro.
Damn. But yeah, man, time is just crazy to me. Like the whole concept of life, like
mind blowing, bro.
Like I really sit down and be thinking about that shit, and it keeps me up at night sometimes, just because I'm like, damn, like where do we go? Where do we come from? Like if I didn't remember age, like from when I came out the womb to like 3 years old, when we die, is that what happens? I just like don't know anymore, you know, or like.
Yeah, imagine remembering being born.
Just like, what's up, bitch?
bro, like
I don't even think.
Imagine if you could retain that memory, bro.
But you can't though.
But imagine if you could though.
When I was 3, I don't remember being born at 3, bro.
like just imagine, bro.
Like, I don't know.
Like you just open your eyes.
You remember like
the first time you open your eyes,
getting milk and like
sucking titties and shit.
Like,
the fuck?
Actually, no.
I wouldn't want to remember that.
Yeah, for me either, bro. Like,
kind of sick. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like,
no, what's wrong with you? Yeah, never mind. I'm
yeah,
shit I shouldn't say on here.
Yeah, man. Like, just like memories are crazy. Like,
yeah,
and you'll slowly like forget them.
Bro, I could tell you this shit in the meaning of life class that so
Bro, I
dumb.
want to take this shit now.
It's so dumb though. Like we talk about memory in there too. And, like,
yeah.
Like, are you yourself because of your memories, or like if you had no memories, would you still be the same person? You know?
Why?
Oh shit.
Like it's crazy.
Okay.
You're right. Like it's like tricky ass shit.
Damn, I don't think.
You just say why.
Yeah, I don't think.
A.
Yeah.
It's like exactly
both A and B.
Bro.
Exactly. You put A, B, C, and D in the bubbling.
Yeah.
He's like, you're right.
You had no wrong answer.
You're right. No wrong answer.
It was a test, bro.
Yeah, memories, man. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's just crazy. Like, you decide, like your brain captures certain parts that you want to retain, and then
yeah,
it's great. Like sometimes you just retain stuff that you wish you could fucking forget. Like,
yeah, traumatic shit.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I think they make you who you are. Memories, because like, I think that's how you learn, right? Like, that stove's hot. You touch it, you burn yourself. All right, what did you learn? Don't touch the fucking.
Next time I ain't gonna touch that flame.
Yeah, like if I was a philosophy major, I could like ask you all these questions and shit, but I don't want to. It's
so
Mind
bro.
fuck everyone.
Now you literally could like argue for days, like just stupid
Yeah.
shit, bro. But it's like, who cares? You know, like now you ever think you're gonna die young? Like, sometimes I feel like,
I used to think I was.
Yeah.
Like I still think that way sometimes.
no, but now you got future mindset now because you got a family or
Yeah, bro.
family on the way. And
Now
shit.
you have to survive.
On the way, oh
Yeah,
shit.
you have to survive.
You know
bro.
something I don't? What the fuck?
I have to make it out
Oh,
of this
hell
fire.
nah.
I gotta get out of this fire.
Yeah.
Just out of the fourth story.
I gotta get out of this fire.
They say hero carries 4 people out.
Broke all bones in his legs.
Jumping out of 4th story. Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
No ladder. Just ran out.
He's just dropping from window to window.
Dropping bodies.
Going about.
Bro, that's just crazy. People really be doing that though. Like they be tossing their kids out windows and shit to save them. And
Bro.
like
Oh yeah, go ahead.
like just jumping out windows and shit.
I
But like
think about 9/11, like how they were literally jumping out that shit just to not get burned alive. Like,
yeah, man.
that's
Like
crazy.
like if you had a choice of how you'd go, what would you choose?
Shit.
Fuck, probably. I don't want to get burned, bro.
Instantaneous.
Burning's terrible.
Whatever kills me the fastest.
I just go neck first.
Well, ideally it's the sleep. Wait,
The
like
neck
in that situation or just overall?
I think like overall, like
Oh.
if you had a choice.
Die in my sleep.
Yeah.
See, the crazy shit to me is like you know how you know
But
how you,
know when I'm gonna die. You know.
you know how you dream when you sleep?
Yeah.
Does that dream just stop? Like, what if I'm dreaming and then I die when I pass?
It's like you're like, oh, time to wake up, and you don't wake up.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Like, have you ever been
sad.
in a dream and you're trying to wake up and you can't?
No.
Yeah.
Like, I have sleep paralysis.
That's
Like, I used
scary
to deal
as
with that
fuck.
shit all the time, bro. Fuck that shit.
Oh hell no.
That shit is trash.
Bro,
I like
that's a demon on your
levitated.
chest,
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit, you levitated. What the fuck?
I thought I did, right?
Uh-huh.
So like sleep paralysis is like
a demon's on your chest.
it's yeah. My mom told me that shit, bro. I was scared as fuck, and then I googled it. I'm like, Mom, I'm fine. There's science behind this, but like it's like your brain or your eyes wake up before your brain, or your brain wakes up before your eyes, something like that. So like I don't know if have you ever experienced it?
My mom has. I haven't.
So it's like the sense of like,
He has a crazy ass story actually about this. Is that the one where you kept waking up?
oh fuck that, bro. I wanted to fucking die that day.
Nah, share
like,
it, bro.
So I used to have like, damn, what is it when you can't sleep?
Insomnia.
Yeah, I used to have that shit like all of high school, right? Like I would stay up for like days and then just like crash.
Dang,
that's
that's
crazy.
tough.
Yeah, bro. So I would go to high school like Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday would come and I'd be like, I'm exhausted. Like I need to fucking sleep. But I started getting like sleep paralysis, which is like attributed to like stress and like lack of sleep, I think, or some shit. I don't remember. It's been so long. Like I have it every now and then now, but it's not as bad as it used to be. But there was one time where I was like so tired, I fell asleep on the couch, and then I guess I was like dreaming, and in that like dream sequence, because it was like multiple times, I woke up in my dream wearing exactly what I was wearing when I fell asleep. Like woke up in the same couch, in the same like it was just like if I woke up, I walked, and then like my legs started melting, and then I like fell to the ground, and then I woke up from that one, and I was like, what the fuck am I awake right now? And I started trying to like walk down the same hallway, and I'm like trying to grab my mom's attention, and like I think she didn't come, or like I couldn't hear her, and I fell down again, and then I woke up from that one. And then that third time, bro, I was just like, yo, what is real right now? So I just woke up, sat there, and then I woke up again. So this is the fourth time I've woken up now in like a dream, or fuck, I don't even know what the fuck that day was still.
Inception.
But like,
that's what I was thinking.
so I woke up, and I think that was like the final time I was like back into reality. If I ever got back, who knows? This could all be
this
a
could be a
fucking
dream right now,
state
bro.
right now,
It's
bro.
all a dream.
I could be
onto
dead
it,
right
bro.
now. I don't know, bro.
He's onto us, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit.
Grab him.
I'm like Satan.
Oh, shit,
But yeah, bro. So I walked to my mom, and like I knocked on their room. I walked in, and then like that was the furthest I got so far. So I was like, okay, maybe this is real, right? And I like look at her, and she's like I'm like sweating and shit, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, Mom, I don't know if I'm awake right now. Like I was tripping out, bro. Like I thought I was going insane.
Dang.
Like I was like, I don't know if this is real. And she was just like, no, this is real. Like you're good. And I'm like, Mom, I don't feel good though. Like I don't even know what's going on right now. But yeah, man, that was like the worst thing. I've also
crazy.
levitated. Like, so sleep paralysis is like usually you're like in a sense of you're in a state of vulnerability, right? So usually you associate it with like negative things, which is why people supposedly see like shadows in their room or demons or like all that shit. But there's some people who like I started reading like a gang of forums, right? Because I was like, my parents are super religious, so of course they were telling me like, nah, this is the devil playing with you and shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck, that doesn't help me. It doesn't like answer my questions. Like, yeah, throw holy water around and like, yeah, they might be, bro. Like, I think there's definitely like some level of like spiritualness that exists and like all that shit. But yeah, one of those sleep paralysis things, like it was just my eyes. So like you can't move your body, and if you try, it just feels heavy as hell. And like for me, every time it's like this like ringing in my ear that happens. So every time I've been asleep, I get a ringing in my ear, and I know that I'm about to like experience an episode. But in that one, like my body just started floating, bro. Like, or at least it felt like it. Shit, it might have. But what freaked me out was like I floated. I like looked around, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm in the air. And I'm like, bro, this is some exorcism shit. Oh, hell nah. Like, and then when I woke up, like I jolted up. But that jolt made it feel like I landed like onto my bed. Like like you know how like if you were floating and you dropped, like that same thing. And I was like, holy shit, was I just levitating?
Dang.
And I told my mom that shit too, and she was like, holy fuck, like she's over here like I got a devil child and shit. But yeah, bro, sleep paralysis is trash. That's like crazy. A lot of like feeling like you're getting pulled off the bed or like dragged or things like that. And then eventually it's just kind of like, now it's gotten to the point where I've normalized it, and like I've researched and like found answers of what could be causing it and what it is. And once I knew what it was, and it wasn't like fucking Satan's playing with me, you know, it was like, oh, okay. So now every time it happens, when it does, it's very rare now, but my sleep cycle is also better, right? Like I don't fucking stay up for days. So now it's just like I still hear that ringing in my ear, and then I'm like, all right, like this shit's about to happen. You're good. It's gonna be a couple seconds, and then you'll wake up, and then. Yeah, bro, sleep paralysis is a trip, man. Like,
yeah.
Oh, we gonna wrap it up there though.
We will, bro.
That's it right there.
God, some fucking sunglasses.
Oh man, Oscar, man, thank you for being on this with us, man.
That shit was fun.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. That's just cool.
That shit was fun, bro.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck being a firefighter, bro. Hope
Thanks,
you get
man.
that shit.
Save those lives.
Yeah.
Hopefully, bro. Just applying to places and shit. Whoever takes me, you know?
Yeah.
But,
sounds good.
Yeah, bro. This podcast, bro. I'm looking forward to like what it's gonna be.
Over time.
Yeah, we need more people like you, though, for sure.
Shit.
Like, people that just talk.
Oh, fuck.
I'll be back whenever y'all want me, bro.
Hey,
I got
for sure.
You got time?
I just got
I
shit
got
for
time.
days, bro. Like,
I got no time.
it's cool to talk to people. Plus, I get to hang out with y'all, so that's just a plus.
That's what's up.
Alright, man. Cool.
Would you drive?
Yeah, I drove.
Oh, okay, for sure. I didn't see your car. I was like, for sure.
All right, sounds good. I think we'll wrap it up there.